Hello everyone. Just give a few minutes to have people come on. I am Tara Rex from Tara Rex Designs, and we are on the Redesign with Prima Facebook page. And we are doing something that, I don't know, I haven't really seen too much of in the past. And we are applying transfers to shower doors. So I've got the architecture transfer, and it's got these two, sorry, it's a little bit blurry there. So it's got these two scenes. Well, that's part of it. It's a real up close of it, I think. And so I'm going to put one on one side and then the other on the other side. So it's got 6 sheets of transfer. So it's a larger piece. So there's this, and then there's 3 of these for this image, and then there's 3 of the other image that's going to go on that side. So it measures 47 inches wide by 34. I know it's got the actual, so 47 by 34.2 high-rise inches. So it's a very large transfer. So if you have like a very large like dresser or hutch or something that you want to fill up the space, this is a great big transfer. And it'll work well. So for these shower doors, they fit perfectly widthwise, and for height, it's going to come probably just below or right in behind the shower, the towel rack, the hanger thingy, whatever. So I am going to get started. So yeah, so I don't have to cut anything, which is nice. But I thought it would be, I just redid this bathroom, and like I just redid the walls, and we're not planning on replacing our shower doors just yet because they're in great shape, and there's, you know, how often does this bathroom really get used? You know, when Cece comes, this is her bathroom. And so I thought, well, let's just dress it up a little bit and give some interest to it. And I mean, it's already like modeled, but we'll just put some more what's the word I'm looking like? So people can't see. I'm really great with words today. Anyway, without blocking the light and without cutting, you know, cutting this room short. You can still see through the glass, especially with this transfer because it's nice and light and it's just gold tone. Hi, Sandy. Roz called me smart. I feel good today. And you know what else happened? My dad, who I love dearly, but you know, when you he told me that I was really gifted today, and it really made me almost cry. And yeah, because I finished a couple of paintings, and they're pretty brilliant, and like brilliant as in color, and very bright and uplifting. And he just kept on saying, like, you are talented and you are gifted. And so I think when you have a family member or somebody that you love so much tell you that really stands out. You know what I mean? Okay, so like I said, this is like the perfect fit. That's what I thought anyway. Okay, so I'm just gonna line it up. I need to be just a few inches taller. I need my son's height. And because I want to make sure that this lines up well. could do, I didn't bring scissors in with me because I figured this is a perfect, but another, or a tip that you can, you know, you can cut the edges like right up, see, right up to there, like cut that along, and then you'll, like, then I would have a better chance of getting it butted right up against the top of that, but I'm going to just use my best judgment. And put it on here. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. Okay, and one other tip. I learned this the hard way when I first started getting into transfers. I placed my transfer on my piece of furniture and I started kind of rubbing it, and then I went to readjust it. Don't do that, because it won't, it'll stick. I'm just gonna move you up a little bit, if I can. Yeah, Sandy, daddies do say the truth. So, yeah, so it's like, so Roz calling me smart, my dad calling me talented. I think it's a good day. Okay. So I wasn't quite sure how this was going to go on, given it's got such slight texture to the door, but I think it's going to go on just fine. I'm getting right in there. So, oh, before I go any further, so I did clean these doors with, I just used Windex or the Honest Truth, whatever, some glass cleaner. I didn't do anything special. Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. But I made sure that the surface was clean and free of any residue. So far, so good. Yep. It's coming off nicely. So I said in the description, have you ever put a transfer on glass or mirror or whatever? Let me know in the comments. Because, little known fact, this is the first time I've ever put a transfer on glass, let alone like a model glass. So, yeah. So I know that I'm gonna have to really burnish this pretty good. And I felt comfortable putting this transfer on this glass because it has a lot of like just letters and smaller pictures and line work, not so much like the large flowers and stuff where you may get bubbles, you know. And hi Paula. And so you want to make sure that like if you are using like large transfers with large surface area, that you want to make sure that you really get it in there really good. Like what I mean in there is with the, like this mottled glass, I think you can see it, you know, just the typical shower door. So, but on, like on mirrors or just like a glass, I don't think you'd have a problem. Okay. So as I'm lifting this, I can hear my kids in the vent. I'm making sure that everything's sticking to the glass, and if it doesn't stick to the glass, then I go back and I rub it a little bit harder, make sure that it's adhering well. So again, this is the architecture transfer, and it's all in gold. So it, you know, it kind of matches the gold on the shower doors nicely. And my husband came in and said, well, what if we replace these? And I'm like, well, then we replace it. But for now, I think it would be a nice addition, you know, for guests to see and look at. So with this line work, you definitely want to make sure that you're checking before lifting this up, because you may miss a spot that you didn't burnish down. I'm getting it right up in there. So I hope you guys are all doing well today. It is another beautiful day here in Denver, Colorado. And yeah, so however, it's supposed to get windy later, so I'm not a huge fan of wind. So I think I'll just work in my studio. I've got a couple of painting commissions to get done, and so I'll be busy doing that for the rest of the day. Oh, and I guess I have to feed my family, apparently. So while I'm painting, I'll be thinking about what to order in. Just kidding. Maybe. Okay. So if you do get bubbles, you can use like a pin to poke a hole in it, like a tiny, tiny small hole, and it'll let the air out. You know, you just kind of work it. There we go. There's that. So this is one of the new releases that Prima has released for the transfers. I'm really kind of in love with some of these transfers that they newly released. They're, you know, I already used the fish one up in the boys' bathroom, and then I'm looking at what I can put the other transfers on, because there's some beautiful flower transfers and molds. Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah, so my sister-in-law and nieces are coming eventually after everything's lifted, you know. And so they'll be able to see this new addition to the bathroom. And in fact, I don't think they've actually seen the new makeover of the bathroom, so that'll be cool. All right, so we will be burnishing this after. Okay, let's go on to the second of 6. Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea, Sue. Okay, so I want to make sure they line up before they stick. I think I grabbed the bottom. It's not lining up. Dang it. I think I really messed this up, you guys. I thought I had it all in order, but I don't think I do. Hang on a second. Hang on. See, we even mess things up. So, because I think, mother trucker. Hang on. Yep. Well, oh no, I didn't. Nope. Oh, hang on a second. Huh. Yeah, I think I totally messed that up. Oh no, maybe not. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so okay, so you see, so I'm working on this side right here. Don't mind my nails right now. So I put this transfer on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in the, but it's kind of disconnected. Like, I don't know if you can see that. So see the bottom here? That's what this is right here. Here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just add like this and this to the bottom. So it's all good. I think. But I'm going to make sure just in case. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I think I totally just messed all this up. Trucker. Trucker, trucker, trucker. I wonder if I have another one of those. Alright. Okay. So this one doesn't necessarily have to be lined up, which is kind of cool. But we're going to still want it to be straight. So we're going to do this. So, and you know what you can use to take transfers off, you know those straight edges, like razor blades? You can take those and scrape away the transfer off of glass and off of mirrors and stuff like that. And you can even use it for soap scum off your doors and the inside of your doors and your tile and stuff. It's amazing. It's better than spending hours scrubbing. So yeah, so just know that if you put something up and say you're going to sell or whatever and you want to, you know, take this off, just use one of those straight edge blades and it'll lift it up right away. Easy peasy. Yes, even we mess up, you guys. I was just so excited to get started on this sucker that I didn't look too closely. Because originally what I was going to do is I was going to put the other image, set of 3, on this side, but then I thought this would be more interesting to look at. And so I switched them and I didn't, yeah, you know how it goes. So again, I'm just making sure, like there's lots of letters and numbers and lines. So I'm just making sure to burnish these really good. Make sure that they adhere nicely to the glass. And again, this is kind of a mottled glass, so it's textured. So even more, I'm just being even more diligent to really burnish this in. So So if you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments and we'll be sure to get to them. I know Roz is on here right now and she's kind of like a smarty pants too, so she'd be able to answer any questions that you might have. So she's very knowledgeable with the Prima transfers. Very happy to have her on the team. So it's just a bunch of burnishing. And I think after I finish this transfer, I'll just take something soft and burnish it out, and then we'll call it a show. Okay, so this part of the transfer is actually one big piece. So I'm gonna have to really be careful, making sure that I keep the bubbles to a minimum and really burnish it nice, really well. Okay. There we go. There is a tool that Redesign with Prima has. It looks like a whale's tail, and it has a wider, oh, I'm terrible with words today. Surface area, if you will, and you can use that to do these larger transfers. So you're covering more area without working as hard. So I can't. Mine is in my studio, and I didn't think to grab it. Yeah, this is a lovely transfer. I've been seeing a lot of people putting these gold transfers on black furniture. Oh, they look so good. Or on like a deep blue. Gorgeous. Or even on a white. Like, that's hot. So I really like this transfer for this kind of project because it's going on glass and you can still see through it, and yeah, that's one of the things that I really dig about it. It was between this one and another like floral gold transfer, and I decided that I wanted to put the floral one to flute. Yeah, there you go. With the on a piece of like a dresser on a piece of furniture. I do not have a seal on the glass. Nope, Sue. I just put it on the glass itself. I cleaned it really well. Yeah, so we'll just see how it goes. I mean, this bathroom is rarely used. It's only used when we have guests, basically, as far as the shower goes. So I don't think it'll have a lot of wear and tear. And I don't think you need to seal glass to put a transfer on it. So I think that would be just an extra step that you don't need to do. Sorry for all the noise. take something soft and use my finger and burnish this out a little bit. I see some holes, or sorry, some bubbles, not holes. What am I thinking? I'm not really thinking today, obviously. I think my dad got me all flustered. In such a good way. Okay. Yeah, so there's like little tiny bubbles, and I expected that because of the texture of this glass. And so with burnishing, it will help to flatten those bubbles, and if they don't flatten, then I know just to grab a little pin and make a little hole in it just to let that air out. So. Yeah, I think it's a nice addition, like Ross said, to the bathroom. It goes with the colors. I used a Venetian plaster on the wall, several different, well, 3 different colors of plaster, Venetian plaster, and then I used some waxes over top, and it's got like a nice striated finish. And I redid the tile. I ripped out the old tile, and I redid the tile, and for like almost nothing. I got some of the tile from a builder friend who wasn't going to be using some of their tile anymore of a certain kind, and then I went to Habitat for Humanity, the Restore store, and I got other like same size tile, and I'll show you here in a second. And I just used that. So, and then the Venetian plaster I had on hand, wax I had on hand. So the bathroom, and then of course I replaced the toilet and the vanity. So it was actually a pretty good project, you know, like really low budge. I mean, I got the vanity on Marketplace for 40 bucks, and it came with the sink and the faucet, so that was awesome. And then the toilet I found at Goodwill, gross, at Lowe's, and it was in their clearance section, and it was a toilet that was originally like 300 bucks or $300 or $400, and I got it for 100 bones, and so it was a good day. I love finding stuff like that. So, and it was, you know, when I see stuff, when I kind of have an idea of what I want to do in the future, I kind of start looking, and if I see deals, I'll pick pieces of the puzzle up while I'm, you know, still thinking about what I'm going to do. And then once I have just about everything, that's when I start the job. And that's how I managed to be able to do these kinds of makeovers for little to no money. So, all right, I'm gonna bring it down. So there's the transfer on there, and I'm gonna burnish it a little bit more, and it should look, I don't know, it adds, it's just something different, you know? So, and then this is the bathroom walls. They're pretty cool. Here, let's go over here where it's lighter. See? So I've got like, where am I? Got blues and golds and bronzes and whites and all that stuff. And the walls are so nice and smooth. And I got that mirror at Goodwill, and I painted it. Thanks, Roz. Yeah. And then there's the other, you know, so it reflects light nicely. And then the floors are here. And I have to still clean it up a little bit, but yeah, so this is the bathroom. We're just adding to it, and we'll get both sides done. We'll get that side finished, and then start on that side, and then we'll be finished. So it's a great idea, you know, like I said, use it on glass, mirror, windows, whatever, to add to a room or a home or a project, you know. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will be posting before and after photos on my Facebook page. So if you go over and follow Tara Rex Designs, you'll be able to see the before and after. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Happy Thursday. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.